My name is Youmee Lee, and I am an artist of color. For years, I have worked as a designer, filmmaker, and printmaker, and I love what I do. I teach deaf students to share what I know, encouraging them to thrive in creativity. I love to run and bike and to explore nature, architecture, and murals out there for inspiration. My mission is to bring access to stories for the deaf community and future generations. I have always advocated for language and communication access for every deaf child because I grew up with 3 languages at home: Korean, English, and American Sign Language. After I was born in South Korea, my family moved to the United States for graduate school during the early 1990s, and they found out I was deaf. Of course, my parents were shocked and overwhelmed at first, especially while they were starting over in a new country, having to master English as a second language. They reached out to experts and researched resources on the best approach to raise a deaf child. They decided to learn sign language to communicate with me. My mother read books and explained concepts in ASL to help me acquire literacy skills from an early age. She shared with me stories of her childhood, our family history, children's stories, folklore, and many more that I became fascinated with. My grandfather served in the Korean War and had to bear witness to his country, Korea, becoming a wasteland with severe poverty everywhere. After the war ended, he decided to become a teacher, going miles into the countryside and setting up schools for children to help them thrive. He served as a school principal for over 50 years. So my family has always believed in the value of education and equality for all children. Having language access to information made a huge impact on me, not only on my ability to communicate, but it added to my creative skills and everything overall. I strongly encourage parents with deaf children, plus the hearing community, to learn sign language. Sign language has so many benefits. It helps deaf children thrive with language acquisition. It also allows them to discover their sense of belonging and cultural identity. I grew up with multicultural identities as a deaf Korean American woman. When I was young, I did not have a role model of a similar background as mine that I could look up to. I was mainstreamed, under the interpreter's shadow, and surrounded by deaf peers. For a while, I wasn't sure of where I stood. I started to learn more about myself when I went to the Rochester Institute of Technology and met many deaf peers and adults with various backgrounds. That's where I finally found mutual understanding. The deaf community is a wonderful, diverse place for full access and belonging that nowhere else has. We need deaf leaders to preserve that sacred space and continue to foster human connections instead of letting technology take over. I worked in the hearing corporate world for several years, using technology to interact and work with hearing colleagues and managers. I did learn a lot, however, I was not in the place where I could reach my full potential, utilize my creative skills, and expand my leadership role. I decided to shift toward a different kind of career, following my artistic vision and using my range of creative skills. This new goal was also to facilitate how I communicate about work. At the same time, I had to continue my job to pay bills and explore classes, projects, and networking on my own. This decision led me to work with Communication Service for the Deaf, where I focused on deaf communities and designed for the deaf audience. I worked closely with my team and clients with full access. I give insight on projects, brainstormed ideas, and mentored deaf interns. This way, I was able to grow my leadership skills and contribute greatly to the deaf community. It's the best to follow what you enjoy doing and are skilled at, and opportunities will naturally pop up. I want to thank my family, other immigrants, and deaf communities for creating a colorful world in which together we thrive.